William Shakespeare, 1564 to 1616. He was the man who, of a modern, and perhaps ancient poet, had the largest and most comprehensive soul. Dryden. Shakespeare was not of an age, but for all time Ben Jonson. William Shakespeare as an upstart crow. Robert Greene. Shakespeare wrote at least 37 plays and collaborated on several more. Shakespeare's works fall into three main categories: the plays, the sonnets, and the poems. The plays are further divided into four categories: the comedies, the histories, the tragedies, and the romances. The longest play is Hamlet, which is with more than 30,000 words, and the shortest is the Comedy of Errors, which is with fewer than 15,000 words. The play Twelfth Night is 5 acts long. The typical runtime is between 2.5 hours. A Midsummer Night's Dream is considered Shakespeare's most romantic play. Shakespeare introduced at least 1,700 words into the English language through his plays. Bandit, Henry VI, 1594, Critic, Love's Labour Lost, 1598. Dauntless, Henry VI, 1616. Dwindle, Henry IV, 1598. Elbow, as a verb, King Lear, 1608. Green-eyed, to describe jealousy, The Merchant of Venice, 1600. Lackluster, As You Like It, 1616. Lonely, Coriolanus, 1616. Skim Milk, Henry IV, 1598. Swagger, Midsummer Night's Dream, 1600. Unaware, Venus and Adonis, 1593. Uncomfortable, Romeo and Juliet, 1599. Assassination, Macbeth, 1606. Undress, Taming of the Shrew, 1616. Unearthly, A Winter's Tale, 1616. Unreal, Macbeth, 1606. Shakespeare also penned 154 sonnets, 2 long narrative poems and a few other minor poems. 1592. A terrible plague outbreak and the theaters were closed for nearly 6 months. Shakespeare turned to poetry. His long narrative poems Venus and Adonis and The Rape of Lucrece were both composed during this time. These poems were dedicated to his patron the Earl of Southampton. Shakespeare is known as England's national poet as well as the Bard of Avon. Shakespeare disappeared twice in his lifetime, from 1578 to 1582 and from 1585 to 1592. He co-owned a drama company, the Lord Chamberlain's Men, which was renamed as the King's Men and was a shareholder in 2 theatres. Robert Greene criticizes and called Shakespeare Jack of all trades. Queen Elizabeth I was a big fan of Shakespeare's plays. The longest word in one of Shakespeare's works was in Love's Labour Lost. A character says honorificabilitude initiatabus, which means invincible glorious honorableness. Shakespeare is typically known as an Elizabethan playwright, but most of his plays were written during the Jacobean period. The words "Cursed be he that moves my bones" were inscribed on his grave.